I'm at the conservation hut Wentworth Falls once more, and this time I'm going to walk the Overcliff track, the Undercliff track and the shortcut track back to this point, which should be about a 2-hour walk. This is the beginning of all these tracks. And we'll head down here until we come to the branch track to the left. We've come down 100 or so steps, and our track now branches off here to the left. You can go down further and find a similar track also leading off near Queen Victoria Lookout. This track is not in particularly good repair. It's quite okay, but it hasn't got all new steps and ladders and all that kind of thing. There are some great examples of hanging swamps along here, places where the water is constantly draining out and keeping the waterfalls running and the creeks. As you can see, we're at Lyrebird Lookout, the first lookout along this track. And down in the valley, you can see over here some of the waterfalls and rapids in the Valley of the Waters. Right here at the lookout there is a problem, because the track has been closed between here and the next lookout, Breakfast Point, and you need to head up here to meet the shortcut track. Then you take a turn to the right, and at the next branch you go back down again to the original track at Breakfast Point Lookout. This is where the track up from Lyrebird Lookout meets the shortcut track. Turn right until we come to the turn off to Breakfast Point Lookout. It all gets very confusing after a while. Turn right here for Breakfast Point Lookout and the continuation of the Overcliff track. This is the last part of the walk down from the shortcut track to the Overcliff track, and here is Breakfast Point Lookout. Now we're back on the regular Overcliff walk track, and it follows along here just above the cliffs until we reach the little valley of Den Fenella. Now that's a steep step. We'll go around it. Just after leaving the closed lookout there, Lady C's lookout, you begin to hear the sound of water running below us in Denfanella Creek. We'll be following that down until we come to the cliff edge and the lookout. We're now following the path down to Denfanella Lookout. At this point, as we cross the bridge, the Overcliff track becomes the Undercliff track, which goes off here to the right, where we'll be going, and up there is the track up to the Wentworth Falls picnic area. It's from this point on that we see the reason why this is called the Undercliff track. Frequently there will be a sandstone cliff on the left. A little care needed along here. This was a point where the track had been closed because of damage. You can see what a dangerous point it would be without the safety rails or the steps. This is the junction with the track that takes you up to Prince's Rock and the car park. We continue straight ahead now to Wentworth Falls, the waterfall that is. This is the junction with the track that leads down to Eagle's Nest Lookout. This is Eagle's Nest Lookout, Wentworth Falls, directly ahead. The grand stairway there coming down the cliff, and very difficult to see, but down below us there is the second fall, the bottom fall, King's Tableland over yonder, and Mount Solitary. And the wind certainly catching the water today. We have the combined noise of waterfall and wind. Very protected under here though. This is the end of the Undercliff track. Straight ahead is down to the top of Wentworth Falls. Fletcher's Lookout, just over here. And up these rather scary looking steps to the car park and the picnic area. Now arriving at the picnic area, to the left over here is Jamison Lookout and the two car parks. We'll be going to the lower car park on the left up ahead and then following the short cut track back to the conservation hut. This is the final part of the track coming up to the conservation hut and the car park.